This little tutorial is going to help you start screencasting for free from your PC. You're going to want to download the following software and install it in the same order. Get the Microsoft.NET framework first of all, get that installed. Then download and install Microsoft Expression Encoder 4. And then lastly, you're going to want to install Handbrake, the open source video transcoder. And right away, add them to your taskbar by pinning them. Launch the apps and pin them to your taskbar. So for this little beginning here, what I'm going to do is show you how you would begin doing a screen recording. You launch Expression Encoder and hit the record button. And what that will do then is it'll give you a little selection tool to select whether you want to record the whole screen or small little window components that it can record just that various area. It could be a window, it could be the whole screen. To record the whole screen, you'll see the red outline around the whole outer perimeter. You'll click and then you'll hit this record button here. Notice that since you're doing the full screen, it warns you that you're not going to have any controllers to play or pause, so you can use down here in the taskbar, this little button will give you the ability to play or pause or stop your recording. You hit record, it counts you down, and now it's recording the screen. So what I'm going to do is a quick little demonstration on how to do a Google search using Chrome to find pictures of apples. So we're going to do launch Chrome, go to Google's search engine, type in the word apples, switch to image view, and here are your pictures of apples. So once you've done that, you're going to come down to the taskbar, find that little button right there, tap it, and tell it to stop recording. And then that'll bring you back to the little screen capture window where you can hit that screen capture encoder, send to encoder button, which launches the encoder app. This bluish green area you see here is actually a zoomed in portion of the video, so if I want to be able to see the full video at once, I have to click this little scale menu here, and I like to scroll down and choose fit to screen. Then you can see the full desktop that you just recorded. Also, if you wanted to, you could do a little playback of it just to see that it captured video to your satisfaction. And once you're done with that, what we want to do now is tell it to encode as a Windows media file. So over at the right, you'll see a tab that says encode, and on there you want to make sure it's set to Windows Media, and then another tab that says output, where you want to set it to output to a destination that's easy for you to find. I like to put it on the desktop. And then you hit the button to send it, do the encoding, so you just hit encode. And this process can take a little while, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are, you've got some time to spare. So hit that encode button and off you go. And then it saves it to the desktop in a folder, and in there you're going to find that there's a Windows Media file. That's the Windows Media file that you want to open in Handbrake. So the next step is open Handbrake. In Handbrake, you click on the source button in the top left corner, and you go to find that Windows Media file in the folder on the desktop. And click open. So now the source has been set in Handbrake, and now we want to choose where we're going to save it and what we'll call it. So we do that browse, go to desktop, type in the name. I'll type it Google Tutorial for this one. And you can see that's the path and the file name that will get used. And then lastly, you want to pick a format type. There's Apple TV, which would be the largest format, iPad, which would be good for sharing with the kids, and then iPod or iPhone for any kind of smaller thing where you might maybe want to email it or something. Once you've chosen that, hit start, and the process goes relatively rapidly with Handbrake. It'll save a little file on the desktop. There it's called Google Tutorial.mp4. And then you've got a file that's compatible for iPad. So now you need to get that file to your iPad, and you can do that any number of ways, but I would recommend probably putting it in your H drive. And once it's up on your H drive, you can go over to a WebDAV application on your iPad. You can find the file through WebDAV Navigator and save it into your camera roll. Once it's in your camera roll, you can do anything with it on the iPad that can edit video. So you can send it into the iMovie app or email it to somebody and make it available to your students. So screencasting for free from your PC. Hope you enjoyed.